Hello guys, and welcome back to Mystery Truth. Today we bring you all you need to know about the Earth's moon. The Earth's moon is the brightest object in our night sky. But we ask, how big is the moon? The moon's mean radius is 1079.6 miles and the mean diameter is 2159.2 miles. Compared to Earth, the moon is less than a third the width of our home planet, according to NASA. The moon's equatorial circumference is 6,783.5 miles. At first, the moon may appear quite large, but that is only because it is our closest celestial body, approximately 238,855 miles away on average. The moon is a bit more than 1/4 the size of Earth, a much larger ratio than any other planets and their moons. The Earth's moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system. If Earth were the size of a nickel, the moon would be about as big as a coffee bean. The moon's surface area is about 14.6 million square miles, which is less than the total surface area of the continent of Asia. The moon's mass is 7.35 times 1022 kg, about 1.2% of the Earth's mass. Put another way, the Earth weighs 81 times more than the moon. The moon's density is 3.34 grams per cubic centimeter. That is about 60% of Earth's density. The moon's gravitational force is only about 16.6% of Earth's gravity, which means a person would weigh 6 times less on the moon than they do on Earth. A 45 kilogram person would weigh 100 pounds on Earth, but only 16.6 pounds on the moon. Long jump events on the lunar surface will certainly be interesting, as a person who can jump 10 feet on Earth will be able to jump almost 60 feet on the moon. Like most of the solar system worlds, the moon's gravity varies based on its surface features. In 2012, NASA's Gravity Recovery and Interior Laboratory mission mapped the moon's gravity in unprecedented detail. What this map tells us is that more than any other celestial body we know of, the moon wears its gravity on its sleeve. The Grail Principal Investigator Maria Zuba of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology said in a statement, "When we see a notable change in the gravity field, we can synchronize up this change with surface topography features such as craters, rilles, or mountains. When the moon is the closest and one of the longest studied astronomical objects, scientists continue to press the celestial body for details. The moon is the Rosetta Stone by which we understand the rest of the solar system." Noah Petro, the deputy project scientist for NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter (LRO) mission, said in a statement. According to the science education website, The 9 Planets, our moon is the biggest in the solar system relative to the size of its planets. It is the 5th biggest overall. Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, is the largest moon in the solar system. Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and thought, why is the moon so big tonight? The answer is in the moon's orbit, because the moon's orbit is not circular. It is sometimes closer than at other times. When the moon is closest to Earth, approximately 226,000 miles, it is known as perigee, according to an article by NASA. When a full moon coincides with perigee, we get a supermoon, which appears 14% larger and 30% brighter than usual. First applied by astrologer Richard Knoll in 1979, supermoon originally referred to a new or full moon that occurs when the moon is within 90% of its closest approach to Earth. The astronomical term for the phenomena is a perigee CG moon, according to NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. CG is the alignment of 3 celestial bodies, in this case, the Sun, Moon, and Earth, but that doesn't quite roll off the tongue as easily as supermoon. The difference isn't always obvious. According to NASA, a 30% difference in brightness can be easily masked by clouds or the competing glare of urban lights. The main reason why the orbit of the moon is not a perfect circle is that there are a lot of tidal or gravitational forces that are pulling on the moon, Petro told Space.com, adding that the gravity of the Earth, Sun, and planets of our solar system all impact the orbit of the moon. You have all of these different gravitational forces pulling and pushing on the moon, which gives us opportunities to have these close passes. A supermoon occurs about every 414 days. That's an average. However, the year 2016 boasted not one but 3 supermoons. The moon won't get as close to Earth as it got during the November 2016 supermoon until November 25th, 2034. It's all an illusion. A little understood optical effect can make the moon seem bigger when rising behind distant objects on the horizon. The trick of the brain, known either as the moon illusion or Ponzo illusion, has been observed since ancient times, but still has no generally accepted explanation. According to NASA, one theory holds that we are used to seeing clouds just a few miles above us, while we know that clouds on the horizon can be tens of miles distant. If a cloud on the horizon is the same size as clouds normally are overhead, despite its great distance, we know it must be huge. And because the moon near the horizon is the same size as it normally is overhead, our brains automatically tack on a similar size increase. But not everyone thinks clouds have worked their magics on our brain to such a great extent. One alternative hypothesis holds that the moon seems larger near the horizon because we can compare its size to nearby trees and other objects on Earth, and it looms large in comparison. Overhead, amid the vast expanse of outer space, the moon seems diminutive. One way to test whether it's just an illusion is to hold your thumb up next to the moon and compare the moon size with your thumb. When the moon is high in the sky, look at it again. The moon will be the same size compared to your thumbnail. Whatever you have to say concerning this interesting insight about the moon, drop your comments in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I beg of you. Thank you.